and some decisions that cost a lot of money, and those decisions should not be made outside of these meetings. And no decisions should be ratified without full disclosure tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve.
City Man?
Yes.
My name is Gary. I'm I'm the division director for our legal office. I met some of you at the barbecue. I agree with you. I agree with a lot of the comments that were made, and that's actually, I hope you all appreciate the fact that that's where we're trying to get to. You know, this meeting, yeah, was 48 hours, we're coming together. We're in defense of the board for, our involvement in the last 6-7 weeks that we've been here. They've now hired a professional management company. We're trying to make the changes. The things that you're seeing are not being implemented to try to, they're not punitive. We're not trying to be harsh about anything. We're trying to get the community moving in exactly the direction you're asking about, where things are being done. From what I'm told, things happened over the last 6-7 months. Yeah, you know what? We need to draw that line in the sand and move forward. Transparency is exactly what we're looking for, which is why the website's being set up, why all these things are being done, so we can move forward and you can be involved and we can have a regular meeting and we can get these things done.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but what we're doing in October is now campaigning and a popularity contest. What we've done in the past 6 months is bullied our community and decimated some trees. And we should not be trying to draw a line in the sand and move forward. We should be recalling our board for acting in this way, for costing the community money. If it was the president, he should be held accountable if he's acting alone. And we should not be moving forward from it. We should not be ratifying decisions. We should be looking at each one and seeing, why was this done? And should there be reimbursement made by the individual who made the decision to act on their own behalf, instead of for the better of the community?
Right. I agree.
Tell you what, in the interest of moving and having an actual board meeting and hopefully getting into some sort of rhythm here of having meetings, which purportedly is what you're all asking about, let's move through our agenda, let's move it forward. I'm happy to have a conversation with you afterwards.
We would like to do that instead of having votes tonight. And then we'll have a whole 48 hours and let us see what you're voting on.
The ratification is the recommendation that I gave to the board.
It might not be the best thing for the community.
I understand that, but we can have a conversation later, and we can talk about the next meeting that's going to come up, which will have more notice. But the things need to happen. We need to start moving forward at some point. I understand your desire.
We want you to move forward on all items except items that have to do with ratifying decisions that were made.
It's not going to change decisions that have been made. We're simply getting them documented, which, from what I understand from you all, is what you want to do and move. So.
Could you
I'd
please,
be happy to stay after the meeting and talk to you about it.
who you are? I don't know you. Could you please, for benefit of some of us who don't know who you are?
Sure. I work for legal and I run our Barn office. I also do all the training and education for our company. I'm on the board of directors for CAI. I'm also on the Florida Bar's Unlicensed Practice of Law Committee. I'm certified by the state to do board training education programs, also to teach continuing education credits for association managers. I wrote the state training programs for the FCAT program, which is board certification, and also for CAM training programs. So I'm fairly well versed in what I'm talking about, and I'm not disagreeing with you on some of your points, but I'm telling you I've been in this business for 25 years and worked with a lot of associations. At some point we need to move forward. Understanding
it shouldn't be at the first meeting. It shouldn't be today.
That's why the board has hired us to help them do that, to get us there. So I've had conversations with the state about this, about the situations that we're dealing with.
You've had conversations, I'm sorry, Diane, you've had conversations with the state?
Yeah, with Patrick Flynn, who's the head of enforcement for the Department of Business Professional Relations.
My question is, was that conversation, did that have something to do with Sunset Bay?
Oh, yeah.
The decisions that were made?
No. Not
during
decisions
the
that were made.
year?
No, not decisions that were made. How we move forward.
Move forward from where?
From where we are right now. And like I said, happy to stay and talk to you about it afterwards.
We're trying to ratify decisions that we're not disclosing.
We need minutes to all these meetings.
We're not getting this.
Yeah, we have given you whatever minutes we have.
And
You're
you
gonna
did
give us
not
the
have
vote on
all
something
meetings.
that doesn't
That's the
happen.
problem.
It's
Okay.
that.
That is the problem.
I don't think nobody's disputing
that.
I know, but nobody's disputing that.
You're supposed to have minutes,
Yep.
and you don't.
We
That's
have
the
to
problem.
last one, we're trying to work three people on the board.
That's figure out, it's the law.
Yeah, I understand that, but what can we do about it right now?
You can back
We
up.
can stop, that's why I said we don't wanna ratify
It's a
because
problem.
that
We
happened
are
too
gonna
quick.
backpedal.
We're-
We
we
made
might
that
move
all
forward
these
with all you
meetings,
guys.
there's no minutes.
Clearly, we're not, this conversation's not gonna get us anywhere.
It sounds like you make a decision last week and it's done moved forward and then we ask for something about it, you don't give it to
I think that was my best shot, so why don't we just go ahead?
You don't
Okay,
have
all right, we're gonna move on. Diane has requested to speak, and Diane has the floor.
Okay, I'd like to know,
Please be quiet.
what the tree mediation project is.
Okay, when we get to that agenda item, we'll explain what it is.
Yeah, well, I got a
It's
question.
planting of trees. We-
Planting?
Adding trees, yeah.
Adding trees, not cutting any more.
No,
down.
we added trees.
We're gonna have something out there.
Did you have anything else, Diane? Was there anything else?
No.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna move on to the financial review. Dale? You have the floor.
Yeah, okay, I was contacted by Angie from, Leland Management, she's from accounting, and she said that our reserve account was underfunded for the year 2012 up till December 5th. So we had to, take $110,000 out of the operating account and put it into the reserve account, and also Craig, or Pat's accountant was another $35,000 short, so we transferred $145,000 into the reserve account last week, so we have $385,151.57 in the reserve account, and we have $140,646.48 in the operating account, with a total of $525,798.05.
Okay, we're gonna move on to our old business, which is the lawn maintenance contract. Greg, do you have any input on any of those contracts that you reviewed?
Yeah, yes, I do. Can you hear me, Debbie?
Yes.
Okay, yes, I contacted, I tried to contact the Southern Green for me, and they sent me a little email on that proposal that the, $14.75 a month does not include, picking up the leaves out of the driveways every week, like in the fall, I think people do now. So it's $25 an hour, so my feeling is if we go with Southern Greens at $14.75, we're gonna have to add at least $800 a month to the winter months just to keep the parking lots and low breezeways clear of leaves. I tried to call, your rooms and waters today 3-4 times, and I could never get through this, so I don't know what their position is on the, as far as the breezeways and parking lots go. But I would say for $1,400, they're not planning on doing the parking lots either.
They're $17.50, I think, Maroons. And it says in their proposal,
Yes, I got to get rid of it, they're $17.50. I tried several times to get in contact them today, but it's no success, and for $17.50, I don't believe they're gonna do the weekly pickup of the, parking lots in the winter time that needs to be done.
they're gonna do it 3 times a month according to their proposal. I think the way they worded it, though, they didn't actually word it that they would bag it, but we can confirm that before we, it'll be removed, not just blown into the grassy areas.
So what, maybe I just got the two wrong, so what you're saying is the $17.50 a month, they're gonna do all along there, they're also gonna do the, parking lots and little breezeways 3 times a month, correct?
In the summer months, so we're gonna mow weekly. The winter months, 3 times per month to include cleaning up oak leaves.
Okay, thank you, that answered my question.
So, I mean, we can confirm before we would sign the contract, if we went with them, that make them specify that it is to pick it up and remove it, not just to blow it in the beds. Because that was your concern, right, that they pick it up and remove it as opposed to just blowing it out, or were you not concerned as long as it just got blown out?
No, I'm concerned with them, blowing it up and picking it up and getting it away.
Okay, so we can make that a stipulation to, if we accept that contract, that has to be stipulated and explicitly spelled out in the contract. Dale?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Dale, got any input on these?
Well, how much are we paying per box right now? Is it 3,500?
3,500.
Yes.
Okay, so, I guess I'm interested in, Southern Greens, you know, even if, like Greg said, it's gonna cost us a few bucks more, I mean, it's still way under what we're paying now, I mean,
Well, it'll be more than we pay Maroons though to pick up, if we want to go with the leaf pickup. That's only 300 or 275 more. And if Greg's figured at $25 an hour, it would cost 700 more, then Southern Greens is going to cost us more than the Maroons for the same service.
and then you're absolutely correct, do you want to suck the leaves and haul them away instead of pulling them around all the time?
Yeah, they didn't make that explicit in their proposal, but we will make it explicit in the contract. If that's the way you want to go, that's the deal, we won't accept it if that's not what they're going to do.
Okay.
Okay, anybody want to make a motion, or do you guys want to discuss it more? Greg or Dale?
Yeah, I think that's a good deal. What's that? I'd like to, I noticed on the Southern Greens, there's also an irrigation fee of $135 a month. Is that something that we're gonna consider too, if we went that way?
It's an extra charge, but at the last meeting, we talked about the irrigation specialist who only does irrigation work, Kit, as opposed to having a lawn service that is the specialist in irrigation, and we really haven't done very well using that system in the past.